Entering the 13th year of his 4-year term, octogenarian Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas is seemingly at a crossroads. Following U.S. President Donald Trump's recognition of Jerusalem as Israel's capital, the PA is, for now, effectively boycotting Washington, thereby throwing a wrench into efforts to jumpstart peace talks. Internally, Abbas continues to rule over a divided people separated between the West Bank and Gaza Strip, the recently signed unity deal between his Fatah faction and Hamas having failed to materialize. Moreover, even as the local economy flounders, the PA is widely viewed as being kleptocratic, a recent survey showing upwards of 70% of Palestinians wanting Abbas to resign. These issues are exacerbated by changing regional dynamics that many believe have greatly reduced the prospect of Palestinian statehood, Abbas' ostensible raison d'etre. The chaos engulfing Syria, Iraq, Yemen, and beyond has pushed the Palestinian issue to the back burner, while bringing into stark focus the intensifying confrontation between Sunni Saudi Arabia and Shiite Iran, the central conflict in Middle East. Be the first to know. Join our Facebook page. Function D S ID var JS FJS equal D get elements tag name S 0 if D get element bid ID return JS equal D createlment S JS.id equal ID JSSRC equal / connect facebook.net / n_us / all JS number XFBML equal 1 and app ID equal 1634148068997 FJS parent node insert before JS FJS document script Facebook JS SDK. This, in turn, has affected the way countries in the region are beginning to perceive Israel, that is, no longer exclusively as an adversary or pariah, but, rather, as a bulwark against Tehran's expansionism and potential nuclearization. In this regard, Jerusalem has repeatedly hinted at a rapprochement with Sunni nations that has the potential to greatly increase the Jewish state's standing with, and thus leverage with, the Muslim world. Palestinian leader Abbas says Trump's crime over Jerusalem precludes U.S. peace role. Reuters. In parallel, there has been a major shift to the political right among Israelis, a large portion of whom has become disillusioned with the peace process due to years without results and no end to Palestinian terrorism. This has translated into an Israeli government with little appetite for making far-reaching territorial concessions to the PA, which it views as a purveyor of incitement that has indoctrinated a generation of Palestinians to oppose coexistence. In response, Abbas appears to have reverted to his default position, namely, encouraging popular protests that generally manifest in violent, albeit containable, riots and issuing threats to internationalize the conflict by joining global organizations, including the International Criminal Court, where he threatens to bring charges of war crimes against Israelis. This, while seeking further symbolic declarations at the United Nations in support of Palestine. Most recently, Abbas initiated a campaign to have Washington replaced by a new honest broker for the peace process, with no shortage of wannabe interlocutors answering the call. European countries, China and Russia formed a line, with Japan now taking the plunge with an invitation to Abbas and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to come to Tokyo for a peace conference. Israel, however, wasted no time in pouring cold water on the notion of any diplomatic initiative that excludes the U.S. as a central player.